or SAD 5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know where you are? Well, you've done it now. You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station. So expect the unexpected.
Look so pretty, you'll see Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Nona, Big Sun, Moscow, St. Bernardino. Want to get hip to this kind of tip? And go take that California trip and get your kicks on Route 66.
Hey, what's up, team? This is Robert Porter with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCAA NBC 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM, 1050 AM, where we will talk history, culture, and politics. What's up, Carmel? How you doing today?
I'm good, yay!
Totally cool. We got Generation Now in the house. How you doing, team?
Doing well.
Right on. We got, of course, we got the famous Al Kelly, local scientist, and all-around birdie.
Bad boy.
Yeah, just call him Big Bird. And in a little bit, we got Travis Miller hanging in the corner over here. He'll be putting on some sets for us, so I can't wait for that. And he's got a manly beard right now, man. That is a big beard he's got going on down there. And not one gray hair in it either. I'm a little jealous, man. I got gray hairs everywhere coming out over here. I mean, I hope it's wisdom, Carmel. I hope it's wisdom. So, you know I like my history, so I wanted to get in a little tiny bit of history before we get into our big conversation. So I'd like to talk about avocados. You know I like to grow avocados. I have one of my own that I named after my mom in San Bernardino called the Della San Bernardino avocado. Very sweet and purple skin, really cool. But here's a little avocado science and history. Avocados, Persea americana, thought to have originated in the Tehuacan Valley in Mexico, but possibly Guatemala, 10,000 to 15,000 years ago. Cultivation in California, 95% of the U.S. production. And there's a total of 59,000 acres of avocados grown in the United States. Avocado comes from the word aguacate in Spanish, which comes from the Nahuatl word aguacatil, which also means testicle.
Fun fact.
So it's kind of interesting, right? And that's what you make y'all guacamole out of. So, and I have noticed that when you look at avocados, they tend to grow in two pair. So there's two hanging there, right? And one of them hangs a little lower than the other one. It just always is like that. Yeah, so it makes sense that if you look up and it looks like a nut sack. Can you say nut sack on the radio? No, man, what the hell? They just beeped me for 10 seconds for that. Where? Show me the words for sack.
Testicle covering.
He's going. The engineer's getting up with the words. All right.
And it wasn't me.
So basically, that's just avocado. So if you missed it, avocatil, which means testicle in the ancient Aztec language. So very interesting, and avocados are great for you. Every time I eat one, I feel energized the next day, like it gave me some kind of super vitamin or something. So whatever it is, eat an avocado a day if you can.
Robert, one thing, I just found this out because I used to use vegetable oil, bad news. Then I used to use olive oil, good. both of those oils, when it gets to the point of frying, they're already producing these amines that are real destructive. So people are using avocado oil because it never gets to the point where it produces those amines that can cause cancer. So,
And a lot of CBD and THC companies are also using avocado oil as the base to get for your tongue or whatever if you want to add it into your drink or
That's a
whatever.
good idea.
So very interesting stuff, but be careful because some people, you can't just give it to anybody because some people are allergic to avocados and you don't want them to have an allergic reaction from the oil. So be very careful. You always got to put that disclaimer. All right, and a tiny little bit of information about Big Bear. This is Big Bear, The First 100 Years by Tom Core, a really cool book. It's got a bunch of history in here, but I thought I'd share a little something about locomotion or about automobiles and stagecoaches and how they used to get up there to Big Bear. From 1861 until 1912, the San Bernardino mountain communities were served regularly by dependable horse-drawn stages. While the stagecoaches used here were smaller and lighter than the famed Conrads, the two-day trip from the Low Valley to Big Bear gave the weary passengers an adequate sample of what the 3-week ride across the western half of the continental United States was like. So they would take a trip to Big Bear for 2 days to kind of get a little taste of what it was like to travel by stagecoach across the United States. And then in 1912, Kirk Phillips' famous mountain auto line was established, and engines brought an end to the historical era in local mountain transportation. So in 1912, the automobiles started revving up the mountain, and now we have Big Bear, and it's a huge population up there now. Like we're getting like close
Lots of snow,
to 40 to 60,000 or something up there. It's huge. So like they built their own super community up there. So there, and Big Bear is in San Bernardino County. So if you want to have a cool trip, go on up there when it's snowing, but go up there during the summer. Oh man, the off season's incredible up there. And of course they got Apawani or the Eye of God up there near Little Bear Valley Lake or Baldwin Lake. So consider visiting one of the most sacred Native American sites in this area right up there. It's called the Eye of God or Apawani. All right, well, that's a little bit of local history and a little bit of California history for us all to learn. Carmel, anything you'd like to share with us? What have you been up to this week?
I don't even know. I mean, to tell you the truth, I have to think about a whole week ago.
It was like kind of like, it was that weird end of the week, and then there was rain, so I kind of like stayed in a little bit and didn't go out as much.
I mean, I had a lot to do, so I did a lot, but you're right. But then I've been out in the rain. I've been out in the rain getting freaking rained on.
But last weekend, oh wow! Like I'll tell you my little story again last weekend. So they had this thing called the Arts Connection, right? And at first I was like, it was Saturday and I was in the backyard and I promised myself that I was gonna do, some cleanup and get the leaves done and make sure I clean my undies and all that stuff. But then I started getting some texts that say, "Are you gonna be at this Arts Connection thing?" And I already promised. I'm like, yes, I'll be there, So I rushed down there, and I started getting treated like some kind of star. I was like, am I a star? Don't give me this much attention. Let me be humble, please, please. But, man, I felt so welcome there, and it made me realize San Bernardino does have a blossoming art community right here that we can turn into great things. Now, so that's why we have Generation now on today. Now, of course, they have a great organization, which you can tell us about in 1 second. But also the Arts Connection was originally going to come on and kind of explain what they're doing over there at the Breezeway. But she had another meeting or something. She couldn't come. So we'll have her on another time. But could you, Jorge, please explain what you're trying to do over there at the Breezeway?
Yeah, so Jennifer Kane is the executive director for Arts Connection right now. And so what happened, she got connected with David Friedman, and she also got connected with the little gallery that is happening in that Breezeway alley right across from City Hall. And so the little gallery is run by a guy called Eric and a professor from Cal State, Andrew Thompson. And so when Jennifer saw all this happening, that little gallery, she kind of got inspired, and she was like, she wanted to kind of promote the little gallery and kind of let's see what art can do.
Let's turn it into a big gallery.
Yeah, so let's see what the arts can do for the downtown area. And so she had she invited the community out with the help of, again, with the little gallery and David Friedman. And we just happened to be there at that meeting that they had set up. And we love the energy there. I think you were there also, Robert. The energy there was really good, and so we kind of connected with her, and then we helped Jennifer and the Arts Connection apply for a grant, and then we hopefully it gets approved. And if it gets approved, we'll have $150,000 to kind of really get arts going in that downtown area.
Now, the first event I went over there was an art walk, and I actually was very pleased to see Nick Cataldo over there giving a local historical tour of the old buildings. And that's what's incredible about San Bernardino. We need to bring these different groups that have knowledge and have stuff that we love to talk about and bring them together. And that's what he did. He brought the history and the art.
So basically, we need to tell our story.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so that was what was great about that initial meeting, because Nick Cataldo was there, and that was really nice. And the crowd there was really good.
Enthusiastic. You guys had Green Shack food there too, right?
Yeah, so they catered from Green Shack, and so again, keeping it local, kind of really trying to get that local.
Yeah, that's literally you're taking the tentacles and helping local pieces of the community come together.
Yeah,
yeah. That's also also important when we're speaking about this, to understand that the breezeway is awesome, but the tentacle, you're right. San Bernardino at its heart is an octopus, right? If we want to see it like that, analogous, then we need to spread it out. We were showing people, SBGN held the event, the later art walk, in collaboration with these people. We held the event to show people that this can happen right here. This can happen also anywhere else that we want it to happen.
And now this is Ben.
I'm Ben Reynoso, yeah.
And he's got a great radio voice. You guys, you should be talking to my engineer and manager pretty soon here, and I'll get you guys your own show coming up here. Why shouldn't Generation How have their own show?
I think it would be awesome. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Totally. I'll set you guys up a meeting for that. And anybody else in the future that you want a show, get a hold of me, and I'll see what I can do for you. You have to pay. But it's worth it though, right, Carmel? Yeah, we're doing good out here. We're getting what we can get out, and I'm sure Generation Now would be good. But back to the art breezeway. Okay, now so I show up there, and you guys had a whole area where people were making art right there. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
So basically, we had it organized from the front, where we had D Vegan Munchies, which are also local. Basically in the front, they were the sole vendor for food, so that was really cool. They actually sold out their food, and then we had it lined down with not only art vendors, but also like nonprofit orgs and people who are community or civically engaged in their community in the respective San Bernardino County area. But at the end, what you're talking about, which is my favorite part as well, we had a lot of local guys who were just getting down. We had put up these three like makeshift art walls. Had some volunteers blast them white, and then the guys just literally brought their kits and were just getting down.
They were having fun.
But the best part, the kids on the left of those two art walls, there were little kids who were watching these guys, and then they would look back at the wall and be inspired and try to do something like, whoa, that's cool, okay.
Those are the future people that will set up Art Walk in 30 years. Right?
It's always going to be about the kids.
Yeah, and the more kids you see of it, now not just kids, you guys had pups. So that's always positive. When you can bring the animal community, the kids and the just the regular people together, that's what's going to create nostalgia in the future. So when we have the 50th Breezeway Art Walk, right, or whatever,
How many people showed up for that?
I'd say a little over 200.
Really?
Wow,
that's impressive.
I thought it was a little more. Maybe
I thought it was more too, but I think 200 safe.
It was kind of confined there.
Definitely 200. That's basically what we're saying.
So it was at a low number because like a lot of people in the beginning that were there when I first got there, they weren't there when I left. Yeah. So you had people coming and going the whole time.
Yeah, for future events, we'll probably get a clicker to make sure how many people we got.
That'd be cool.
Because you have a lot of people going in and out. Again, it's just that energy of flow.
I always give that to a little kid, and I guarantee it will be perfect because they can't mess that up. And if they mess it up, it's like all hell broke loose or something. So. I'd like to say thank you for holding their hands, Generation Now. I mean, like, I'm sure the Arts Connection could have done it all on their own because they were working hard and everything. But like, it's good to see that a local organization that's done time in San Bernardino over 5 years and helped in every aspect of our community. I've seen you guys set up cleanups, paint bridges, set up community fest. I mean, it was a huge festival at Parasol Park. All these different things that you've done, and now you're collaborating with some of the best organizations in San Bernardino, and I want to thank you. Any future plans with any other organizations, or are you going to stick here with the Arts Connection for a little
Well,
bit?
again, we've always been for collaboration, and so, like me personally, I've been involved with the Garcia Center, and then that's the place that the Generation Now has been calling home.
The major art center in San Bernardino.
And so Ernie Garcia, he's been doing a really good job at the Garcia Center, just bringing arts groups. So you have Arts Connection being one of them, also has their offices there, and they call the Garcia Center home as well. And so you have Arts Connection in Landia, Poetry. You have also the San Bernardino Symphony recently just moved into the Garcia Center. And again, it's just that, for me, it's that energy, creating that energy, that momentum of collaboration, and let's see how we can all work together. And so we're definitely we're definitely going to continue doing an art walk in the Breezeway alleyway. If we haven't confirmed the date exactly, but we're looking at April, just basically to kind of keep it quarterly.
Beautiful.
And
is this Ernest Senior?
yeah,
Who was a teacher over
At
at
Cal
Cal
State.
State?
Yeah, he was the dean at
One
Cal
of the
State,
best,
yeah.
One of the best. Yep.
yeah, he
And,
was.
well, even that's just true. Even in summer, it
Probably
will get
another one.
cooler in there before.
That's why
we
they
get
call it the
yeah.
breezeway.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. It's actually a perfect spot. And
That's like one of the nicest places in the
yeah,
city.
it's got a
Uh-huh.
good feel when you go through it. Like a little bit of age, but they have like those silk trees down the middle, so it's beautiful too. And those trees put out beautiful pink white flowers too.
Yeah.
They have like the bumpy green skin, really cool. So everything in there is kind of like draws humans to it. Now it makes it look like it's a big event because you have
Exactly.
a confined area, but that doesn't mean it can't be all the way around that whole block.
Well, you know what I was gonna say is like that is a small piece to the bigger picture. You know, because if you start there, right there on that breezeway, and then you build out, you could end up, you know, from 4th to 2nd, and you could end up from like Arrowhead to like H, and it could all be like walking traffic, tourists, people, and it could really all just start from that little, because it's street by street.
And it's already is kind of like I could see like the art walk that they have for San Bernardino moving back to the now because of that, because you could just add the what they call that area, the Court Street Square.
Yeah.
That's a perfect spot. And then they got all the parking, and you know,
Robert, is there any way to include that back in Route 66 revival?
Right.
or just have a whole another art walk during Route 66,
66.
right?
See, the
'Cause
whole thing with SBGN originally, and the founders, I know him personally. Mike Segura is one of the founders, my best friend. That's why I'm involved.
Who?
Michael Segura.
Who's that?
You know Mike Segura. And
What's up, Mike? I miss you,
these
brother.
guys grew up as artists. Him and some of the guys he used to paint with. I'm not a painter myself, but it was more so seeing the city treated artists like they were desecrating everything that they tried to paint. And so the whole thing with SBGN is important, and my teammates reminded me is that we are here to leverage the arts. And you see how far the arts can go in uniting people in other arenas totally unrelated to art. So what we did there, the best part, Robert, when you're going around, all the smiles. I saw so many smiles. It was like contagious. Like it hit you in the face, and you're like, "Whoa, I got a smile too, man! It hurts."
And you're in
Smiles with
downtown
learning.
San Bernardino.
It was
Yeah,
love.
I saw like at Steve's table, he was actually having
Yes,
people make
that was my
their
little
art.
brother doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And then there was another lady who was protecting antiquities from Syria. So she was getting people to translate them in English. She was going
Right.
to make a website for it and everything. And I thought that was really interesting too.
The connections that people made there.
Yeah, you brought everyone together. Now, being an anthropologist myself, that I was immediately drawn to that stuff because it was a great tragedy when Syrians' antiquities got just literally ripped out by ISIS and destroyed. But bulldozers And then if they found whole pieces, they went and sold it on the black market. So you're helping the world. Like San Bernardino right there was helping the world.
People undervalue our city. San Bernardino is a pillar of so many things. Just because it once was doesn't mean it can't be. And that's the idea. Starts in the breezeway.
It won't
Blast
be.
off.
It won't be that American city, but it will be our new American city.
Right, let's revitalize.
Part of it is kind of like bridging the past and the future. With one thing that I do like about Ernie Garcia is how he was able to save that building, because the plan was to tear it down, and so he saved it before it got torn down.
Like all our history.
Yeah, and so that when you're talking about Syria and again, we got to do that locally too. Kind of.
True.
Let's build a history. Let's build kind of a story. Who are we? How can we include everybody's stories? Because there's so many communities here that we don't really pay attention to. But when you explore your community, you learn so much. There's like a Samoan community. There's so
El
many.
Salvador, Guatemala.
Yeah.
So many.
Not just Latinos in white people.
Filipino community. There's so much diversity here, but there's no platform really.
It's really America.
Yeah.
San Bernardino is like.
It's an American city.
It's like a perfect snapshot, and most of us are poor too.
Right.
I always say that if we can save San Bernardino, San Bernardino would really be a light to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Because it's like you just wouldn't think that from all the things people say about San Bernardino that you could just pull yourself out. But the one thing San Bernardino has is people, and people love San Bernardino. Like the people within San Bernardino, we got this just burning desire, love within our hearts to just get it done. And there's not a lot of other places where things are nice. People don't have that burning desire, love. They're just get up, go to work, do what they got to do because they live in peace. You know what I mean?
But one of the reasons that San Bernardino was so great was part of the Route 66, right? It was one of those cities that Route 66 went through. And again, just having people come, just being a place where people from all over can come and kind of enjoy, for me, that's what makes a city great. Like being able to be so inviting and so open to different people and different stories.
Albert's got it going on over there with the McDonald's Museum. Every time I go there, since it's on
Something new, huh?
it's on that like Route 66 tourism thing in Europe and Asia.
He gets so many tourists from all over the country.
So you have people
All
in
over
there
the
from
world.
around the world reading McDonald's, because I can't read all those languages in there, all different McDonald's items. So they'll go I had this Japanese guy go up to the Japanese sections. He couldn't pronounce some of them, just to be honest. But he's like, oh, that one's actually not Japanese, whatever. But still, it was really cool to talk to him. Then I met an Austrian couple there, too, one time. It's like every time you go, there's someone else from around the world. That could easily be the Garcia Center, too.
And I think it will be, to be honest with you. I think we're investing in having George as the president.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I think there's nothing but an upside to this.
Is that all you're doing right now? Is working over there at the Garcia Center? Or?
Yeah, well, for the most part, I'm involved with so many things. But, yeah, just for this, I would like to highlight, the Garcia Center, highlight the Breezeway, highlight, SB Generation Now. Again, it's just kind of keeping that momentum around the energy and what the potential of what art can do for a community.
And staying in the community. You and your woman stayed here. You met in San Bernardino?
Yeah, we actually. I met my wife. Now my wife. We actually just celebrated 10 years together. But we met at San Bernardino Valley College. Yeah. So
lead by example.
Psychology class in San Bernardino Valley College. It's been 10 years now.
How come you didn't bring her today?
She was busy with something else today.
Oh well, she's always welcome on. She's actually been a regular on here. So, but even from the very beginning, like 5 years ago, it's the first time I had you guys on. Man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow, it's amazing how, and you know what? Since that time, we said I love San Bernardino a lot of times. Initially, besides the mega art and getting the history out there, the main thing was to say I love San Bernardino, to say it. Like the more people that say it, the better. Like even if there's like all these copycat pages, like they're actually fulfilling my prophecy, right? Like the more people that say it is better than when I used to say the San Bernardino word. And I blame myself for possibly a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? we were murder capital of the world, and when I was in high school, sometimes that was like it was a badge of honor to wear that shirt. But that's a very bad badge, and I felt and I felt bad. Like, but everybody wore those shirts.
But we also have a Monopoly game about San Bernardino.
The good. That's a good thing.
Yes.
There's actually a new one for the Inland Empire.
It has different like San Bernardino, like street different things like like City Hall or what have you, and
a little Monopoly.
Sound like one of those game. What do they call that card game with murder and stuff?
do you not know what Monopoly is?
No, but I didn't know. I'm thinking, what are you going to do with San Bernardino?
They call it San Bernardino-opoly.
Oh
wow!
I have a friend who has.
No, they made it. Yes.
We're gonna have to play. Maybe we'll have to play it on here time.
I will kick your guys'. You know what?
So, were you educated?
I didn't say it.
Ben, were you educated at Cal State San Bernardino, or?
I actually went to the University of Southern Mississippi.
Okay.
I just moved back a month ago to
Okay.
run for city council.
And you decided to join Generation Now because you've been kind of hanging out with them the whole time, or?
Because my best friends created it, and I've just like every time I've been within distance, I've been at an event. If I could be at the event, I've advised when I could. Michael had been talking to me in Mississippi about like various ideas that he wanted to float and things like that. So now actually physically being here, I can't explain to you like the life that it's given me again. 'Cause I was living in LA when I came back for 2 years, 2016, 2018, working in foster care. But the traffic and everything that exists there, it doesn't exist here. It exists in a different way that unites us.
Yeah,
how you said, like, we're poor, right?
We take advantage. We need to take advantage of what we got here. I mean, people,
we have the ties.
Even rich people will tell you it's hard to in LA to get services and things that it's hard to even travel across
town. It's like a
town.
huge web. I see LA. The analogy that I have now for it, from my own understanding, my personal, is that it's like a spider web out there that could be tied. It's like all these incredible people and artists and everything, but there's no like community connection. Whereas here, it's like a no-brainer. We throw one art walk, and bam,
people come.
People come. And people are talking to each other.
It's the love. It's the love that people have in their hearts for San Bernardino.
Right.
So we have about 5 or 6 minutes here, but you said something interesting to me. You said you wanted to run for city council. What ward are you in?
The fifth
ward.
By charter.
So
I grew up in the 7th.
You're going after. That's
Henry
where
Nickel.
Carmel is. That's where Henry Nichols.
I like Henry Nickel, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
he's not going to be happy. There's going to be a lot of people running in there, but hey,
I'm not.
When you have more competition, it always ends up being a better race in the long run.
No, and well, part of that, we encourage people to be more civically engaged and we encourage people to go to city council meetings. Be part of a commission if you can. Run for office. Because it's a good experience. Even if you don't win, it's a good experience. Learn how it works. Learn what the process is. Learn what it takes. What paperwork do you need to fill out to run for office?
Commercial on Wednesday. We have a city council meeting. Is it?
Yes.
It's not changed
It's
yet,
at 5
right?
o'clock.
Yeah. Okay.
No, and I think we're gonna discuss marijuana maybe.
Yeah, Mayor Valdivia, who went to the Breezeway. I was very impressed with all the politicians I saw there too. That great.
You saw Valdivia?
Yes.
I saw Sandra Ibarra.
Valdivia sent pictures from there, so at least I know.
I saw that.
Yeah. I
No,
didn't-
definitely.
I saw the picture.
No, yeah, Sandra Ibarra was there, and then we also
Sandra
had,
always shows that.
Eloise was
and then
there.
we also had Eloise, join us.
Assembly member, Assemblywoman Reyes.
I thought I saw Virginia Marquez a picture too.
Who else did I see? I saw somebody else. I forget.
But again, I think there's so much good stuff happening in San Bernardino. But yeah, but again, it's kind of, we do encourage people to get more involved politically and civically, and
What do you live in?
I actually live right on the edge of San Bernardino and Highland. So
Okay.
Unincorporated.
Where?
So technically, I live in Highland, like under Highland, but my address is San Bernardino.
It's the
So
7th ward of the city of San Bernardino.
So it was basically almost like
So
I live right
basically you
between the
can't
first and second.
So you're running against Mobile Hill or what?
No, not currently. No,
Yeah. Dang, I thought I was going to make news today. We got to get like 20, 30, 40, 50 people running against him.
He used to be a good guy.
I wanted, to be honest with you, I came back with my heart set on that seat. I grew up in everything but the charter. I agree with the charter too, though.
Can you just move over there then?
No.
But
I'm,
if
We
it-
I'm
need
poor
it
like everyone else.
But isn't there any third ward, right? Third ward right now, current filing
Yeah.
is still open.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're in the third ward, you should have fill
People
out
applauding.
paperwork, get in there for third ward.
Yeah, me personally, I'm going to be supporting Juan
You could afford it
Figueroa
over
because
there.
he's always been the first time I met him was at a ho-ho parade, and he was dressed up like an elf. And if you dress up like an elf for San Bernardino, and last ho-ho parade he was actually like
Frozen. He
the
was-
Frozen guy too. Yeah,
Olaf.
This is like a progression for him. So to me, you dress up for San Bernardino, I'm gonna vote for you. Like you know what I'm saying? Even if it is a suit and tie.
What's
you
the
know
ho-ho parade?
the ho parade or go ahead.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, the ho-ho parade's it's our Christmas parade. It's our Christmas.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like the doodah parade. Take off $5.
No, but I actually love the ho-ho parade because I feel like that's a perfect example of the resiliency of this community. Because
Still
first it was the fire department, right, that was involved with the parade, and then when the fire department, I guess they decided that they weren't gonna it cost too much money or it was too expensive.
It was
or something.
It was
like-
politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like that Wendy McCamick was heavily involved in it, so they shut it down. But instead of shutting it down, they started a non-for-profit and basically took it out of the city's hand fully.
And the
basically
community stepped up.
Yeah, because the city does that so often. Now it happened to me. They push. If you do not agree with what they were doing back in the day, they pushed you down. Now, if you did agree with them, they lifted you up. But
That's
that's
why we
just,
need
I guess, all
But
politics.
I feel like that when that happened, that was basically kind of like the first sign that there was some tension between the city and the fire department, and
we were going to lose them.
yeah,
And then we
so
did.
and then yeah.
And now
But
we
it-
pay $154 a year more and gave away all of our property taxes. Why'd you guys get me started today? I try
You know
to
the
keep
issue.
that out of my mind.
By getting enough people in there to blockade these guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Gives me
we're at the
anxiety.
point where we just have to blockade in order to even think about
We're just
progress.
about there.
All as I want is real San Bernardinans on that council that represent the demographic of our city and get up there and vote for what our best interest is as a people here, not the contractor, not the whoever you're giving the work to, your friend.
Let's just not
or-
take bribes. Let's just do everything on the up and up, on the open.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
need to figure out how to bring more money into the city. How
Not
can we?
warehouses.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
can we?
exactly.
How can we really find good investments into the city?
Sustainability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
tourism.
we need it. We do not have any property tax dollars. Like if we do not generate sales tax, we need sales tax. We need TOT tax, which is the hotel tax. Okay, and we really need the user utility tax.
Well,
if we can't generate,
they
those
don't have no
things,
vision. If we turn tourism into tourism,
Tourism. That's what
Well,
we need to be.
Watch this. Turn Route 66 into a month and a half thing like they do over there at the Mission Inn for the lights. What? Yeah. Turn Route 66 into an every night car
With the
show.
art walk.
Yeah, for a full month. They don't think like that in there. They think on incremental, tiny little scales
Right now.
instead of having a grand vision.
And let me tell you, right now it's Girl Scout cookie season. So anybody you guys know, we're selling Girl Scout cookies. They're $5 a box, 4 for $20.
I got one. I'll buy one.
That's a deal.
But we're a troop of like 5, and we sell about 5,000 boxes of cookies in 50 days. Okay, and so we really work hard. But as a whole, like Central Region, I mean, the amount of money that gets generated in 50 days from cookie sales funds the whole rest of the year. So just think about it. What a month and a half can
We thought
do. What a month and a half could do for San Bernardino could fund every single thing that we want to fund all year long. I mean, it's that outside of the box thinking. It's the younger generation. I mean,
they could actually have
Generation
whole
now.
programs and bring people in for a huge event like that. Take them, put them in a hotel, everything. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We have
are
a
gonna
new
get there.
go-getter up there in the mayor, and we'll see what he can do and kick some butt. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to go to the next segment here. But you wanted to finish
just
up?
one thing. I would really like to see the Environmental Expo brought back to San Bernardino and Cal State, where we had
yeah.
15,000 kids for one weekend, and then 8 weeks after that, It was an environmental work. We had everything from Fish and Game to Native Americans. Kids stayed overnight. It was great. And Cal State and the mayor San Bernardino got rid of it.
Well,
So
what we could set that up again, and why not set it up in conjunction with another event that's already going on that's big, and like you can have the kids.
there's
spend the
nothing
night.
environmental in this whole county.
We don't even
It's
have recycling.
anti-environmental.
Interesting. Okay, well we could set that up. We could
See,
set that
if we had what about this? If we had different events, like what'd you just say, 8 weeks and like 50 days, a month and a half. If we had different, I mean, think about the amount of money that we could generate, and it's not like, hey, we're like, oh, hey, we're just being greedy with our money. It's like, no, we can pave the potholes, do the street lights, take care of the prostitution, take care of the homeless, take care of the dogs. Okay, put up a cushion, take care of the art, just take care of everything that needs to be taken care. Take care of the nonprofits, like. For all these years, I'm going to tell you, they have just been wasting and wasting our money. There's been grant money pilfered away, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. So it's good that you you guys are younger than. It's good that you guys step up. It's good that I step up. It's good that I teach my daughter to step up. It's
teach the kids.
Right. It's good
It's
that I
always
show
about
up
the
to the
kids.
council meeting. It's good that you pay attention to the toxic dump, because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that if we do not pay attention, nobody notices, and they just go on and on and on and on. And right now, I believe in San Bernardino, we're at this place. Like, I just feel so happy that we're at this place, this breakthrough place, like where we're kicking the devil out. Like, and it's just like if his head just like broke apart, and you could just see all the BS just getting out of here, And I feel like we, the people, are moving in to that space where we need to be able to occupy, so that we can make the city for the people of the city, and make it a community where people can walk and be diverse and eat food and happy, and it can be like Disneyland, and you can walk to your house, and we got parks. I mean, let's use the parks. We don't want them to sell drugs at them. We want to play at them.
Yeah. Yes.
So can I throw a couple of dates out before we move
Yeah.
on to the next segment?
Yes. And then now, Kelly, while you're throwing those dates, could you switch with Travis Miller for me? Could you take that computer with you too? Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so if you want to meet us, be a part of Generation Now, we want to invite you out to Ritual Brewery. We're going to be hanging out at Ritual Brewery on the 22nd.
Where's that?
22nd.
It's actually in Redlands.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right at the.
San Bernardino County in the house.
Right, is it like right
Still
here,
counting.
like in the industrial area?
Yeah, it's closer to San Bernardino.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's so we're gonna be at a Ritual Brewery on February 22nd. It's a
7.
Friday, I believe, at 7 p.m. So come out and hang out with us. So that's the first date. The day after that, Saturday, my wife actually, Sania, she's helping Arts Connection and the Little Gallery, and they're having an event called Sounds and Art.
Arts
So
and
the-
Sound.
Arts and Sound. They're going to have poets out there in that same area, the Little Gallery.
So how do we get Travis Miller on this team?
Yeah, well-
so Jorge, this is Travis Miller. How
Yeah.
you doing? Could you shoot that?
Travis is actually awesome because I actually follow you. Yeah, I think we've actually met like years ago, but now
Now you're
it's
two
nice to
friends.
see all your growth and kind of see all the good things, all the good music that you're putting out there.
Let me get a couple of these over
Yeah,
here
good.
for him. So
I'm gonna go live right now if you guys don't mind.
okay, no problem.
Oh, and then the last day, can I throw one more date out?
Yes.
And then the last day, I just want to invite the San Bernardino community to support a small business that's opening on the beginning of March 4th, Viva La Boba. That's also in the Little Gallery.
Oh yeah.
The little breezeway there.
And a gym too. There's a gym right next to it, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So if you want to work out, you can go out there, work out any time
Mm-hmm.
of day. And it's not just it's not no pussyfooting workout. This is a hardcore workout.
it's a boot camp, yeah. Yeah, so definitely support them.
So tell us a little bit about yourself before you jump on there, Travis. So we met. It's been almost 5 years since you've been on this show, right?
Yes, sir. 1 second. I'm going live here. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'll go ahead.
And your beard wasn't quite as big last time I saw you, but I believe Ipiani Lockhart was the one who originally hooked us up.
Yeah.
Ipiani's a
He's
great
such a great
man,
guy.
yeah. And my condolences to Fat Finger,
Oh,
Nick
I
Kroom.
know.
It's so sad that he passed away. He was also a great performer, and
Was.
we lost a great man the other day
His beats
there.
were great as well.
Yeah,
Great music.
and then I'd like to dedicate this show to Fat Finger Nick Kroom, if you guys don't mind. He was a really cool dude.
Absolutely.
So please share with us what you've been up to. You told the world that you did like 270 or a certain amount of
yeah. of
Go-
shows last year.
Yeah, so-
I performed. It was 254 shows in 2018. Yeah.
Now that's there's only 365 days, man. So could you speak a little bit closer in that mic?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then Jorge, could you put that microphone over there for him? So you have some songs for us today, right? So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I just want to know how you performed all that much.
Just getting booked everywhere. Just it took a lot of hard work. I had to reach out to a lot of people. You mean how did I get the gigs, or like physically, like how did I?
All of the above.
Okay. Well, physically, it's just like a lot of like cough drops and tea. Yeah, and then as far as the business side of it, it just requires understanding that you're gonna get a lot of no's or just like people not responding, and then you just keep being persistent, you know? Because for every like 10 promoters or so I'd reach out to, I'd get like 2 or 3 shows, you know?
Okay.
So you just have to keep doing it. Like
But
a lot
you
of
kept
times.
on doing it.
Yeah, because a lot of times, unfortunately, like any of us, including myself, like we have a little bit of failure, and we tend to be like,
We tend to be too hard on ourselves. We
absolutely,
shouldn't.
and then you give up too soon, you know, before you start actually seeing your success.
You've longer than 5 years. You've been doing this, right?
Yeah, well, full time it's been 2 years, but music it's been like 9 or 10 years that I've known how to play guitar.
So that's how you got to do it, team. You got to put in time
Yeah.
and then keep
Oh,
working
yeah.
it. Keep working those promoters.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, no one's a better promoter than yourself.
And you can't
Absolutely.
get lazy.
No, you can't. Yeah, you kind of have to keep going. Like everybody can afford to take a little bit of time. You know, it's good to regenerate yourself and stuff. But if you allow too much breaking time, I think that's where you can lose your energy and your
You can all
success.
fall in depression too. You know, if you don't keep doing what you love.
Yeah, that's hence the year-round thing, you know. And even like the artists who are like famous and all that, like you'll see that they'll take 3 to 6 tour months, and then they'll stop, but they'll do writing, you know. So they're always doing something throughout the year.
Anyone you'd like to mention who you've been playing with lately, or?
Like specific artists. Yeah, I did a show back in December in Redlands. It was. Are you guys familiar with the Greensleeve Steakhouse?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I did a show there. It was we booked out the top level, the Absent 9 Lounge, and we did an original music show. So most of the other ones I do, it's like I'm doing mostly covers mixed with my own stuff, and I'm playing at like restaurants and bars and weddings and such.
Okay.
But we actually threw like an actual show, and I had another band open for me, and her name was Hatina, and she was phenomenal. Like between the both of us, we were able to sell out the entire venue, and we had for a first show, and we got to, it was great. So I was like, this is awesome. So definitely she deserves a shout out, and I know she'd love to come on here, I'm sure. So I'll
And
share.
you have your significant other over here.
Oh, yeah,
Give
my
her a
wife.
little shout out.
Yes, absolutely. My wife is over there. She's a huge supporter of mine, and she's been there since day one when I wasn't getting anything. So I totally appreciate
She's in the
everything she
audience.
does.
How you doing? Thank you. Our audience is
She's so
cool.
funny. Absolutely.
Once, man. Oh wait. Well, yeah, because Al Kelly came over here. All right. That's
so funny.
You know I love you. Okay, so what do you
Yeah.
have for us today, sir?
I got an original song that I'm gonna do. It's actually never been performed.
Oh, all right.
Hold on, let me just tune up a tad bit here.
So, what kind of guitar do you have there?
I have a Seagull. So it's a Canadian brand. So a lot of people will say it's kind of like the Taylor of Canada, you could say, I guess,
Okay.
in terms of similar quality.
Okay.
But the price is so good down here because a lot of people aren't familiar. You know what I mean? So I got a good price on it.
It's a beautiful piece, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I've totally used it.
Yeah, it's
As you
been
can see.
used. That's what makes it beautiful, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. There's all these bangs up here and dust and
I was checking out all the nicks in all the instruments at the LA Phil yesterday, and I was like, man, that one's old. You can tell that violin's old.
Where at?
The LA Philharmonic. I was just.
Oh, I haven't been there before.
It was pretty cool.
Was
dude.
it?
Yeah, I dig it. But I ain't rich. That's for sure.
Yeah, I feel you. So you want me to do that one?
Yeah. You're gonna
Want
play
me-
some symphony on that? I knew
No,
you were
yeah.
good,
Yeah,
dude.
I'll just turn my guitar this way and break out my bow. Yeah, that'd be like some Jimmy Page, right? He did
Dude,
that.
you're gonna be rich.
Jimmy Page did that. I know, right? If I could do that. Shoot. Yeah, all right. So this one's called Come Alone. So it's like a new song.
Okay.
I'm going to be putting it out in a couple weeks. And the way I'm putting it out is actually done with a producer. So I'm doing this acoustically, which is different than how it'll end up sounding. tonight. Baby, won't you come along with me, yeah, tonight. I don't want no other girl with you, no, tonight. Baby, won't you come along with me, yeah, tonight. I don't want no other girl with you. It's a relationship, relations is the way we're making it work. Yeah, I know you need more. I can give you what you want, I can really take you there. The situation is complicating it, the way you turn me on. Yeah, I know who I am. You can give me what I want every time you take me there. Baby, won't you come along with me, yeah, tonight. I don't want no other girl with you. I'ma be the greatest, ride it till I make it. I can test your patience, I can get you naked. Tell me that you hate me, turn around and take it. Got you feeling faded, you can never fake it. No, I can't explain myself, the way I made myself. No, I cannot face myself, I can't escape tonight. Baby, won't you come along with me, yeah, tonight. I don't want no other girls with you, no, tonight. Baby, won't you come along with me, yeah, tonight. I don't want no other girls with you, no.
Yeah! Incredible!
Thank you.
Right.
I actually just came up with that rendition today, so this is a little new.
Does your wife know you're getting girls naked, or?
Oh, that's actually about my wife.
All right. I'm just making sure, man, because that was actually caught my attention there.
Absolutely. Thank you for talking about that part. Yeah.
Well, you talk about naked girls. I got your
interest,
my attention.
huh?
Yeah. What's going on here, man?
That was the intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was
Thank
incredible.
you, bro. Thank you.
So when you write a song, how did you decide that what you're going to write about? Did you get inspired by an event or by a person?
Yeah, typically the event thing. An event is most often, and usually it's something involving myself because I can relate.
Do you write it down right away, or do you sit down and say, I'm going to songwrite today? Or
my process is always different.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes that will happen right away, just write it down. And then other times I'll hear a piece of music, whether it be a beat or just like something on the guitar or something else someone did. And then I get inspired and I say, later on I'm going to go back and write to that. Sometimes I come up with a melody out of nowhere, not even a concept or anything. And I start singing it and I record myself and go back and add music to it. So
several different ways.
Yeah.
You don't have to just be inspired.
Yeah, I kind of guess I have a little
anything.
artistic ADHD. Like I can't do it the same way every time, so I have to come up with something new each way to interest myself.
Where'd you get your influences from around here?
As far as
The music you're playing.
Okay, as in around here, like as in people or as in places?
Both.
Yeah.
Both? Okay, well, people around here, my grandfather, he's the one who actually taught me how to play. And he's from out here in Riverside, so to be specific, he inspired me to at least start going with music.
Right on, Grant.
Yeah, absolutely. And then as far as places, I feel like Southern California is such a diverse area in general, so there's so much, different things that you can experience. One thing that I like to tell folks is that as I've been growing, I'm actually starting to get fan base around the world in various parts of the country. Nothing crazy, but just a few people here and there in different spots, And they always will ask me, like, where am I from? And I tell them where. And they're always so excited.
Right.
Always. They're like, oh, you're from California, Southern California. That's so great. Like, they all want to be here. Like, I'm telling you, like, everyone around the world wants to be here. Like, that's it. Like, because they know it represents.
If you're in a polar vortex.
That
or
too.
something right now,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I feel like it has to do with people. For artists, it's an opportunity. There's so much art around, you know. For people as a status, like when you live here, it's saying like we may feel like we're poor, but realistically, we're actually very wealthy compared to most parts of the world.
Super rich.
Even just us sitting at this table, you know, and they
you
see
can
it.
work all year long, and a lot of people can't.
Exactly. And they look at it like this is a place of wealth and success. You know, that's what it represents to even be here. And then of course the fun you get to have, like we get to do everything fun.
And
like
you're the prime example of wealth and success. Well,
Yeah.
Are you rich yet?
no, not rich.
But he's working his way up there. Okay,
mean-
we have 5 minutes. Can we get one more
Yeah.
beautiful song out of you?
Yeah, that's perfect topic, Rich. So
All right.
this is one of my older songs that I like to play very often. It has a video online as well on YouTube. You can check it out.
Okay.
It's called The Simple Life. So I wrote it because I feel like myself included, sometimes we all want a bit too much in life.
Travis Miller, The Simple Life.
Yes. So here we go. All the fools go for the rich man. All these greedy hills, they don't understand. When we grow old and the time pass, all that money goes like an hourglass. All the luxuries, all these countries, all these hungry people starving, and we only living to grow our own. If you ain't here with me, then you're on your own. That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me. But I say, give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. I don't want much, just give me enough. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. I don't want much, just give me enough. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. Oh, give me the simple life. Oh, do you stop and think about another man, what he don't have? Would you give him that? Do you keep it all only to yourself? Leave humanity fending for yourself. I only wanna see some unity. Can we keep the peace? Ain't no need for greed. Rich man, keep your gold. I don't need it anymore. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. I don't want much, just give me enough. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. I don't want much, just give me enough. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life. Oh yeah. Give me the simple life. Oh, oh, give me the simple life. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Give me the simple life. Oh yeah, give me the simple life.
That should be San Bernardino's theme song right there. Yeah. Yes, rich guys can keep their gold.
That's right.
Right.
Keep your money.
We get our gold from right here.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank Generation Now, Ben and Jorge for coming on. So Generation Now, I have so much respect for them, and I hope that you guys understand how much I watch what you do and how much I appreciate what you do for San Bernardino and our county.
And I'm happy you guys are still around.
Yes, excellent stuff. And Mr. Miller, that it was just absolutely incredible, dude.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have you
Appreciate
considered going on America's Got Talent or any of these shows?
Not really into all of that.
Well, you should consider
wants
it
the
because
simple wife.
you
It's
are
not
that good.
It's not that. Yes, that absolutely. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you though for the compliment.
You
Thank
could.
you.
If you entered a contest, you would definitely be getting up there in the top because
appreciate that.
you have a great voice. You play the songs well, and you have some original beats that are cool.
Thank you, man.
Right on, man. I hope you have so much gold that you have to give it away.
I plan to.
All right,
Give it
Nick's
away for
telling
sure.
us we're out of here. So this is Robert Porter and Common Roll with the I Love San Bernardino County Radio Show. Al Keller, we know we love you. Jim, I hope you're listening. Robert Porter, we are
Ow.
out of here.
Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight.